Remember, I've said many, many times before, anti-black racism is part of the folks' culture. Now, I want you to watch this video of a white woman. She used to be married to a black man for about 22 years. I want you to listen to what a white person said to her based off of the type of shoes she was wearing.
Okay, I was married to a black man for 22 years, and during that time, I worked at a coffee shop. And one day, a customer said to me, and I was wearing Nike's shoes, he said, "What N-word did you get those shoes from?" And when I called him out about his racist remark, he was shocked. He was like almost in tears. He's like, "I'm not racist. Like, our neighbor, when I was growing up in like Minnesota, was black," and he was like, you know, like family. This is how insidious racism is that y'all like do things and say things that are so racist and you don't even know it.
Now, let me say something just up front, just to be halfway, just being real. Not even say halfway, I'm gonna say all the way. You know that if you see a white female with certain type of shoes, 9 times out of 10, she talks to brothers. But that's not the way he's coming across. It's not to say that, okay, she likes black men or whatever. And that's her issue. That's what she want to do. She's a grown woman, right? Like they say, her body, her choice, right? But immediately he went to anti-black racism. Immediately. And even if she didn't date a black person or married to a black person, maybe she just liked those shoes. I've seen white people wear the same type of shoes that black people wear. It doesn't mean they with black people or dating black people. They with white people. So people can like whatever they want to like, right? But when she called him out on it, he didn't really. It's so baked into the culture that when you call them out on it, they're like, huh? What you talking about? Like that. Because it's so on autopilot in the culture. That's the point I'm trying to show y'all. Anti-black racism is the culture. It is. That's why it doesn't shock me when we see the folks being anti-black. It doesn't shock me because I understand the culture. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe he said that. I expect it, actually. I expect it. Now, I'm not saying every last one of them is anti-black, but from what I was told by even the folks themselves, many of them, that the majority is raised in homes where anti-black racism is prevalent. And they have to get educated, get away from that, and realize that's wrong. And when they do that, they become outcasts, some of them, even in their own families. So for them to call out anti-black racism, they may not be able to go back to the house no more. They may not be able to go to Thanksgiving or Christmas dinner with them no more because they can't relate to it. Some of them may have to go with their new black friends and family because they can't deal with it no more. We've seen that. I've seen that. Well, a few white people I've seen say, my family, I can't fool with them because they just too racist. I'm cool. I'm over here with my other family. I'm here with black people. That's my family. I'm over here. You know what I'm saying? That they'll outcast them if they call them out like that. If they put them on blast, they'll outcast them if they tell the secrets. If they give black folks information, they find out. Oh, they'll outcast them out the folks' community. Oh, yes, they will. They're serious about that. They don't want no white person telling the truth about the anti-black racism. What they want is you can see it. You may not agree with it, but keep your mouth shut. Don't you go talking. That's how they move. That's definitely how they move. Look at history. Any white person actually stood up for black people. Some of them was put on the tree too, just as much as black people were. They have more hatred for a white person that stands up for black people than even a black person. Oh, yes, they do. They can't. They can't stand that. So that kind of woman right there, yeah, he saw them shoes and his mind just started turning. Because really what it is, when they see a white woman or whatever with a black man or even thinking she with a black man, they feel inferior. That's what the word is. It's inferiority. It's inferiority. But I mean, if you see a black woman with a white man, I'm like, okay, I mean, like that, who cares? But that's not how they feel. They ostracize white women. They call them all kind of names. I'm pretty sure you've heard the names before. I don't have to repeat it. But it's childish and infantile names they call them. But the crazy part is they can go lay up with women of different communities and nobody calls them a name. You know what I'm saying? But, shout out to her for calling that out because we need more of the folks to call out their anti-black racism in their own community.